MVP, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the YouTube channel Darth Craig. Its continuing mission to explore strange new PvP teams, to seek out new meta and new hero synergies, to carelessly go where no one has gone before. Good afternoon, my Dungeon Boss brethren. We are back with another Team Lab Thursday. Many apologies for not posting as of recent. I had some issues going on health wise, had to have some surgery done, and I had been recovering. So, things have been a little bit slow and hectic around here. I have been still fighting the good fight. I just have not been able to do any type of recording. That's where we are today. We're jumping into Gold League today. We are going to take a look at a variation of a team that I have been using. I know I've covered Gold League before. I've switched out teams a little bit as the defensive team started to adapt a little bit, and basically I'm making Agnon more of a star than what he had been in the past. Truth be told, I think Agnon is the Gold League MVP. He's in almost every fight that I see, certainly in just about every raid that I lose. So the team that I'm using, just for instance here, this is early in the season, obviously. Um, I'm currently 25 and 0 with this team here. I am picking and choosing my battles, so don't think this is an auto win team where you can just go far right and keep on winning. Partially because I'm not full level 80 to this team. So I am working on upgrading it to get to level 80, but they're not all level 80s. A lot of them had actually been about level 73. So we're going to start on the middle of the road here. There isn't an Agnon in sight on this one here, so we'll do my team without an Agnon opponent. We'll see how it fares. This one's obviously very strong. They're all 6 stars, but I should have levels on them. The team that I've been using is Lorelei, Agnon, um, Grettle, and Koros. And so you can see that I'm a little bit lower level on some of these. I think actually my Grettle should be updated. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. She did say 73 there, didn't she? I don't know what to make of that. I thought I updated Grettle, but I guess I'm not. If at the end of this raid we get to it and it says I'm out of sync with my other device, then I guess that's that. So Koros is another Gold League MVP. You'll see what he just did there. He basically deducted energy from my team. The reason that we pick Lorelei synergizes great with Agnon when she turns everybody else into flying. But ultimately, I think in the grand scheme of things, I probably would have picked a slightly different team for this opponent here because what I end up losing here with this happening is I lose the ability to use Grettle and I lose the ability to benefit from Lorelei. The other guys, they're going to hang in there regardless. Um, but I like using Grettle because she deals with taunters very very well, especially open round taunt like Gortusk. Turn him into a poly bunny, and then we can kind of do whatever we need to do. Usually, a lot of the other matches end up going back and forth with Agnon Koros versus Agnon Koros. Whoever does better damage first ultimately wins that one out. I do like to sometimes polymorph Agnon as well, save that so I don't get terror stormed right off the bat. The thing is, when I've been doing that, Koros comes along and just wipes the floor with that bunny. Anyways, Agnon comes right back, so it's tough sometimes. But with that said, let's see if I don't expect Gretel's going to survive at this point. Usually she dies in about the second turn. Usually Koros hits her. It's something like that usually. Exactly like that. Somebody else goes first, does something, and then Koros comes along and finishes her off. So I don't get the polymorph on anybody on their team. But like I said, I do have levels, and I do have Agnon on my team, who is, like I said, my MVP. and because of the stars, they actually held out pretty well on that one. And I didn't purge the taunt on Gortusk either, so this is going to actually be a very tough raid for us at this point, especially being down by one with Grettle. Bit of a unfortunate set of events, but that's where we're at. So by no means is this an unwinnable um, or auto win team. That's what I wanted to essentially make sure that you knew. And this is classic example. So I walked into this one maybe a little bit more confident than what I would have normally. I certainly didn't expect to get a full wipe. Um, but like I said, I was a bit hasty in going in there. I didn't look at the order with Koros dusting everybody to start with. That was foolish on my part to take that one on. So yeah, let's write that one off to being a little bit too hasty here. This one here should be a little bit more my speed. They're gonna go Grettle and then Lorelei. That's opposite of what I'm doing. I do remember now I didn't upgrade Grettle. I used all my XP on Ella instead. But here's the nice piece with having Lorelei on this team. Like I said, she synergizes well with Agnon, making everybody flying. Um, so as long as Koros doesn't come out first and prevent her from doing that, usually a lot of these raids go very well. So we'll open it up, do a mass wipe on most of them for a good chunk of health. We come in usually with Agnon. Then Agnon, in most instances, can almost always one-shot Dagon. We do some polymorph on. Usually, I would polymorph Lorelei because she does that second round heal. Basically, if you didn't finish someone off, it brings them back to full health. I'm more inclined in this case here to suffer through the heal and actually keep Grettle off the table because I don't need mass polymorph on my team. So take out some key targets first. Said usually Agnon. That's exactly what I was talking about. Usually Agnon will one shot Dagon. In this case here, um, Dagon wasn't even flying from Lorelei, so he should have been able to take him out, but I guess not this time. And then, as I mentioned, Lorelei comes in with her heals, and that's that. I'm usually pretty finicky about attacking Archon first, just because um, I don't like him going in and getting revived later on, and he's ultimately going to kill himself anyways. So it's not something that you need to prioritize ever killing him. Um, so yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So now at this point here, um, really nothing I can do. I don't want to throw a bunch of damage at Dagon and get it reflected back, so I just try to take out their healer, go from there. There goes Grettle, to be expected. They're actually soaking damage really good here. Well, they're all level 80s too, so but still, I'm a bit surprised that Agnon didn't one shot Dagon, but it is what it is. So take care of Lorelei, and the rest should be okay. I should survive long enough to get a heal on Agnon, just like that. As long as Agnon's alive, we're sitting good. Avoid the dodge there. Um, Now you can see we're in a pretty good position here with only Dagon left. I'm not terribly concerned about this one. Take some of his energy and see you later. So even though it didn't look good to start with, it still worked out pretty well. I'll see if I can't find a team that's got Agnon on it. Like I said, I have a lot of back and forth between other Agnon and Koroses. These guys are all 6 stars. I don't know that I can win that one at all. It'd be a valiant effort, but I don't think I would win that one. This one here should be a win. We'll do this one first and then the other one. So this one is going to start with Koros again. So like I said, this one will be disruptive right from the start because it will prevent me from using um, both Grettle and Lorelei in the opener. and it's actually likely that Grettle will be flat out toast at the end of round one. She'll get an attack off, but only just. So in this case here, keeping the same team, I'll just put Koros first so that I actually get to return some damage. Um, but unfortunately, it's not gonna fare well for Grettle. Not with back-to-back fire attacks. Here comes Koros. Minus energy, minus energy, minus energy. That's where we're at. Um, always like to break shields, so I'll just do that. The rest of the attack didn't mean anything. Grettle goes down as I expected. And then do some damage on Lorelei. Agnon doesn't hurt me. And then we will go for the kill on Lorelei. Prevent heals. Didn't quite go my way. She's also flying, so it's just how it goes. There goes Lorelei, and as long as Terror Storm doesn't send me packing, we should be okay. At this point in the juncture, I'm almost exclusively going after Agnon. Um, it's just what I do, unless for some reason Koros is actually lower health. Thing is, Koros just does that little pseudo revive anyways. Um, there's my flying trick. That's part of why I didn't do as much damage before as I should have because of the disparity between flying and not flying. Archon did his thing. We always expect that to happen. And then, like I said, because he's attached to Koros, we'll let him be. And we'll just work on Agnon and just pray that we don't run away in fear. So we make one more turn, we dish it back out with Terror Storm on my end, and then there goes there goes Lorelei. Nothing out of the norm. Like I said, I've had many, many, many matches that end up just like this, and it comes down to what's going to happen. And nothing pleases me more than terror storming somebody else's Agnon away, because I swear to God, my Agnon runs away at 75, 80% all the time, and it's really, really frustrating. But once you get around to this turn and you go Terror Storm and then back to back with the Hardened Assault, it's almost guaranteed win at that point, unless you're still going against two or three opponents. Even going against two or three opponents, if you successfully terror storm them, a lot of times you sneak out the win there. Now that other match is not going to be as possible. These guys were all. I'm going to do that one. These guys were higher level, 73, 77, 74. It's going to be the same basic principle, except for we will take a lot more damage to start with. So if you look at my attack is vastly inferior to what they are, 500 less. Um, it's possible I don't get really out of the first round without getting possible attacks on here. So with this team is going to benefit more so if you're fully leveled up at max level, and not being able to go against opponents that have higher level than you. That's pretty much the case with all silver and gold PvP. It's like if you're not at max level, you're always going to have somebody that's actually stronger. That's true with open PvP as well. So we can see at least Koros gets his attack off. That's nice, but Koros will not last very long. I also, because I was not able to do my flying mechanic, we take massive damage there, and we also will not be able to one shot their Lorelei either. That said, I'm not going to back down from the strategy. I'll do the exact same thing. Pray for some, mitigation on my end. Maybe I get lucky. Um, Still try to take her out. She goes. And it's down to, yeah, Terror Storm. Agnon is for sure running away. Can all but guarantee it. And he's dead. He didn't even get a chance to run away. So like I said, this is your basic case of not having levels. Had it been 80 versus them, it probably would have been okay. But said so it's a good team to play because these are all heroes that people use a lot. So you're not wasting XP potions on any of these guys. Um, but is this going to carry you all the way into Legend 1? Doubtful. You're probably got a few better options there. See if there's any that I can actually mow down pretty quickly. We'll do one more. We'll take this one again because Grettle. This will be one that I'm able to do um, my Lorelei move first. And I'm going to switch this up now and leave it like this versus what I had been doing with doing Grettle first and then Koros. Like I said, Grettle will usually do polymorph and then Koros comes and wipes it away. So permanently switching Koros to be before Grettle might be a smarter move there. Um, and then depending on what happens with the first couple attacks, we'll see where we're actually going to polymorph. Because, like I said, sometimes it makes sense to hold off on the first turn and maybe do that against Agnon instead. Um, I'm feeling pretty good about my ability to take out their Grettle. Massive level disparity, and I don't think she was at 6 stars. So I highly expect that she's going to get one shot here. And it doesn't matter anyways because I lost my Grettle too, so it's not like I'm going to polymorph anytime soon. Alright, so now this should be a one shot on Dagon. No questions asked. 7,000, that's actually a pretty weak hit. I've had that hit for over 12,000 before. At this point here, this one has no chance. So I can go after Lorelei all I want, and then just leave Agnon for the end. She healed herself, so at that point we'll just switch gears here and do that. So as long as my Agnon doesn't run away, then we get to heal off, and then we're good to go. So and we'll save the polymorph. No reason to do that right now. We're just working on finishing this one off. So it's really not even at a point where we need to do it. Switch gears back to Agnon here. Because we're going to be coming up with our hardcore stuff then, and that'll be it. All right. And then we can maybe tear her away or kill her outright. Right, there we go. That is, like I said, that is my gold team that I'm running right now. I run this for the most part. I will run this team pretty much exclusively, unless I'm feeling like switching back to Archon, for example. But like I said, I've been using these guys a lot lately. I just really need to upgrade Lorelei to 80 and get a little bit more on Koros and Grettle as well, and it'll be a little bit um, stronger, if you will. But I will run this one pretty much up through about champion. I usually in Gold League, I don't usually go much more than champion. I do go into Warlord occasionally. I usually try to get to Warlord 3 just for the extra 5 tokens. This particular season, we're looking at Yorick. I'm not thrilled about Yorick, and I don't really need too many of his tokens, so I'll grind out the Open League. I'll play a little bit of Silver League, but I'm not going to spend a lot of effort. So we'll work on XP potions for the season, especially with XP event on us. So but if you have a solid team you want to discuss or want me to look at or to demo, I'm all ears. Otherwise, we will see you again next time. Take care, everybody. Thank you for watching, and remember, I make YouTube videos for the American working man, because that's what I am, and that's who I care about.